Was I born in the sargasso, or is it where I was laid? Mysteries around my origin, mystery around my fate. My transparent, fragile body, born but not developed yet, moves around the world through depths and dark of the Atlantic wilderness, with the currents of the deepest of seas all the way to Europe. Already in the state of a larvae, my consciousness was the movement of the sea. From my moment of birth, I was destined to move with and transform, with the water surrounding me, like the minerals, like the plankton, like each drop of water, I was merged with the magical element. From the first moment, even before birth, I was the water. In my identity fluid, movement, unending transformation, swirling, whirling of a million colors, never the same, and still always in my place within the water itself. Moving, transforming into endless figurations and shapes in the wholeness of elemental existence. Like my ancestors, I travel to Europe, all around the world, from a mystery place that people have found to be the Sargasso Sea. I come from the deepest of oceans, strong as currents and waves, a magical movement that is still unexplainable to rational minds. And now I am here, I am with you, at the entrance to Europe, the human territory called the Netherlands. My ancestors, there were many of them, so many, I can't even imagine. Then the war began. We've always had predators, but suddenly the catching hands were extended to metal frames and alien nets of final suffering and sudden death. and the sea became empty, with the hands from the sky and from land increasing. But that did not render me or any of us lonely. We were still many in shapes, moving fast and then slow, sometimes whirling, sometimes turning with the sea, transforming with the monstrous waves, and nearly dissolving in color with the light streams, always aiming for the way, for the never-ending travels, to only find a final rest and return, to send our eggs traveling back from the sargasso sea, some mystery place I will never reveal to you to keep us safe after a lifelong movement with the water. But we made it. We moved and transformed within until we hit the walls. And we hit the walls, more and more of us. And like the minerals and sounds bursting at the walls, we burst against the fortresses that humans have erected. To stop the water coming, to interrupt the flows of an element that resembles us, alive in movement, an elemental exchange from salt to sweet water, from dark to light, from cold to heat, from deep sea to pond. We hit the wall, and we hit the walls, more and more of us. Monstrous turbines, noises so loud, vibrations so disturbing, and no food to feed on. No way home, no way to the waters of the land, no way to nurture without change. I am movement. My consciousness is movement. My body is transformative, fluid like the water, meant to move and transform. Now I am trapped, like so many of us, torn from the sea. Still in isolation, in the ever dark and static to breathe. But being bred, I am dying. I need to move, I need to be free. I need to hide in the mud and evolve from it again. Evolve with the water. A prisoner that cannot be encaged. A living mystery to those from outside. From those linear thinking minds, our babies come from somewhere divine. A prisoner I am now to the barriers of the land. Like dead boiled water in a kettle of greed. No movement, no me. Gone. The magical flux of elemental beauty, trapped and encased with the sea.